Hello, I'm Victory,
I'm Saiba.
I'm Derek.
And I'm Tonzer.
and today we would like to speak with you about our festival, the Surrey African Canadian Art Festival. It is a literary event that takes place in Surrey, British Columbia, where authors from all across the Lower Mainland are given the chance to come together and show off their unique works, giving them an outlet which they may not have had before. We not only want to showcase authors, but artists of all styles to share their talents and vibrant cultures with the community. Our festival tickets will be priced at $10 with a capacity of 400 individuals. Our event is geared towards young adults and adults aged 18 to 50 coming from diverse backgrounds who live or have lived across the Lower Mainland that make up our community. Our audience has a great appreciation for the arts. We want our audience to feel welcomed and to have access to all aspects of our festival. Our audience is open-minded and are willing to learn and try new things. Here is our curatorial statement. We have created this festival and with three goals in mind: showcasing the African Canadian culture, educating those on African Canadian culture, as well as promoting diversity in the community. We want our event to be an open and safe space for authors, artists, and all individuals participating to share their craft with the community. Our artists will share their ethnic backgrounds through reading, storytelling, arts, crafts, food, and dance. After our key programs, which include Indigenous land acknowledgement, readings from local artists, talks from volunteer speakers, fashion, dance, and music performances, we will open up the floor to attendees to visit different booths from our participants and sponsors. Features include authors like Shalene Knight, Wade Compton, performances from African Fashion Week Vancouver and Karakata Afrobeat Society, as well as food from Bansuya. As we have many exceptional features who will be able to beautifully showcase African Canadian art culture, as well as educate attendees in the process, our booths will be the main source of our diversity, as they are open to all groups. We have reached out to the diverse groups in our community, ensuring they all know they have a place in our festival. Thank you.
So now I'll talk a little bit about sponsorships. So sponsorships will be crucial for the funding of this event, as we are a nonprofit organization and it is the inaugural event. Through our sponsorships with local restaurants and local associations, we'll be able to reach our target audience of any adult who wants to learn and engage with African Canadian culture. We have different levels of sponsorship available. So there's presenting sponsors, premium sponsors, major sponsors, and event sponsors. And the benefits vary with the amount of contribution for the festival. So I'll just be going through a little some of the benefits. As the presenting sponsor, the company will be included in the name of the festival. So the festival name would be the Surrey African Canadian Art Festival, presented by the Surrey Art Center. The Surrey Art Center will also be welcomed on stage to give a 5-minute presentation to promote their business and any upcoming festivals being held at the Art Center. Presenting sponsors will also have the benefit of discount on foods, refreshments, and books during the festival, and their booth in the lobby will be an allocation of 2 6-feet tables and a pop-up sign. Premium sponsors such as the City of Surrey, the Vancouver Art Book Fair, will have the benefits of the presenting sponsors, with the exception of presented by a 5-minute speech on stage, and they'll be allocated 1 6-foot table display with a pop-up sign in the lobby. Major sponsors and event sponsors will receive the most superficial recognition through their logos, our marketing materials, and thank yous from on stage during the event and in the post-event e-blast. These sponsors will be able to engage with the audience through their booths in the lobby, and they'll be allocated 1 6-foot table each. A benefit that all sponsors will receive is premium seats during the event and VIP parking, but the quantity of seats and parking stalls will go down as the sponsorship level goes down. Now Derek will talk about our major revenue and expenses.
Let's talk about the budget part. Since we are a nonprofit organization, our revenue heavily relies on our sponsors, and we have limited our way to generate profits. We raised a total of $11,000 from sponsorships. Other than that, we generate revenue from tickets, selling books, snacks, and t-shirts. Compared to revenue, our expense looks more complicated. First, we spend our money on inviting authors, designers, and artists. The author Shalene Knight lives in Harrison, so we provide her fuel fee and book a hotel room for her to stay overnight. Other artists live in the area of Vancouver, so we provide them fee to take Uber and for their meal. There are promotion costs too, which include the cost of printing tickets, poster, signboard, and social media advertising. After that, a total of $2,700 is spent to pay for the event's employees. Funds are also used to purchase snacks from Vansuya, which will be sold at a slightly higher price. Lastly, we purchased 70 books from each authors, and they'll be sold at their face value. 4 of our sponsors provide us in-kind donation. Surrey Arts Center donated the venue, which costs $3,500 for half day. Sponsoring our events can help them attract more potential audience for their future events. SFU Student Society and SFU African Student Association support us 15 volunteers, which allowed volunteers to gain experience and give African students a chance to support African Canadian arts and culture. Vansuya, as our food sponsor, support us with foods and drinks. By doing so, they are able to advertise their restaurant and increase their future profits.
Thank you. As a part of our marketing plan, we have 3 potential community partners that are likely to fit our festival. Vansuya, Surrey Art Center, Vancouver Art Book Fair. Vansuya is an authentic Nigerian restaurant based in Vancouver. Surrey Art Center is the second largest public art museum in Metro Vancouver. Vancouver Art Book Fair is a non-profit organization whose mission is to appreciate artists and their work, support and help them to publish. All these ventures have a commonality in encapsulating our targeted audience. They may be the right fit for the event we are planning to host. The partnerships may greatly impact our credibility and display more importance towards our events that may inspire many to join us. We want our success to be based on inclusivity and promoting the African culture for more prospective event opportunities with different communities. The 2 potential media sources that we decided to use are Facebook ads and collaborations with the sponsors and leveraging their platform and audience. Facebook, as it is relatively cheaper than conventional methods and has a wider reach to our targeted audiences and audiences that may be interested to join. Another way we want to reach our targeted audience and diversify is by leveraging the platforms that our community partners have to offer. Sponsorship collaborations may not only help us reach an audience, but may also support us by supplementing additional resources that we may lack. We want to use Facebook and Twitter as our social media channels to market our event. These platforms have the tools that can be used to reach mass audiences. We can use a mix of long, short, and picture posts accordingly. We can also host spaces on Twitter where people may gather, and we may have speakers on our platform to discuss relevant topics and advertise our event to our listeners. Thank you for listening to our podcast.